Hi, this is Jamie out of Porterville, California, and I hope you're having a great Saturday. And I have some very important information for you. I don't have it memorized. I'm going to look at my notes, but it's more or less a summary of what was taught and talked about in my coaching, my class Saturday morning. I'm at bright and early. I'm at a class every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. It's free. Okay. And this class is given by a couple of people, but the head coach, the head teacher in this class, um, has a very high success record of helping a lot of leaders achieve their goals. He's helped a lot of families go from broke, barely scraping by, not a great future to having a great future for themselves and their generations to come. He has families earning one family I know has earned 900,000 in 1 year, on track for 1 million. Another 250,000, 160,000, and on and on. He has several leaders that he's worked with and helped mold for this business, and because he has helped so many people, he's gotten paid $22 million, and I'm blessed to be able to be there. But I'm gonna tell you a sad fact. This is great because I can tie into his wisdom, but for most people today, they don't have that same story. 92% of people are retiring at poverty level in America. 92%, 3%, he's one of the 3% that is wealthy, and 5% are dead. They go to retire and they are dead. They work their entire life slaved to make someone else wealthy. And now they're dead. Okay. So I'm kind of going through this summary this morning, and it really hit me every minute of this. Sorry about the neighbor's dog barking, but America is in trouble. Okay. It's in trouble right now. You can look, it's in trouble. You know, I had the rates of, gas is up. They told me the percentages, they're alarming. Gas is up a high percentage, groceries, hotels, everything. It's mind-boggling. And there are two types of people. One, they see the truth, they seek change, and they prepare. Okay. Two, they pretend nothing is on. They actually get more into addictions, whether it's shopping, spending, wasting, alcohol, drugs, whatever. They just pretend they don't exist. Their TV addiction. They sit there and they live through other drama on a TV set. They just pretend it doesn't exist until their life is in a crisis, a tragedy because of denial. So, to succeed in health and relationships, wealth, in our health, weight, um, all the goals of health, wealth, relational, um, all these goals, we need to do one thing. It's change our paradigm, change our subconscious, change the way we've been programmed. We've been programmed, okay? The 3% haven't. They were raised differently. They were taught differently. We've watched TV, been, commercials have told us, programmed us, how we should keep up with the Joneses, how we should have this type of car, how we need to have this beautiful house, per se, instead of retirement, right? So we need to have a paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Very few of us are predisposed for success. Most people are presented with a real opportunity to change. Their subconscious or their paradigm comes up shooting out. They don't even know where they're coming from. Oh, you don't have time. People like me can't do this. I don't know. I don't know anybody. I've tried before to lose weight, or I've tried before to get healthy. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It's in my genetics. I will be stuck on these pills forever. I will never be healthy. It's just my genetics. I will always be poor. That's just how I am. I'm not smart enough. I'm too fat. I'm too ugly. I'm too beautiful. I was raised I was raised in too much trauma. You know, that's your paradigm. But every single person who's been through anything you've been through have come through it just by shifting their paradigm, working on their subconscious, changing the way they talk to themselves. If they can do it, I can do it. I'm only using 10% of my brain and I have so much more to learn. Doesn't matter how old I am. There's been someone like me, Colonel Sanders, became wealthy in his 60s. You know that? So, so what could make most people be too busy? What could make most people be too busy to collapse timeframes? If you could do in 5 to 10 years what it's going to take you 20, 30, or 30 years to working hard for someone else, you can get fired, you can get laid off, it can go bankrupt, you can get injured, anything. It takes you 20 to 30 years of working hard and saving and being so frugal and having a plan. You can do this. We can help you with that. If you want to work 20, 30 years, there's a plan, but it's working hard for someone else. It's helping someone else's family. Now, some people are called, they have great jobs and they love them. For most people, 92% of people retiring broke. Is that what you want for your family? To retire broke? What? If you can collapse time frames and be able to work, have a plan to work 5 to 10 years and to be able to live on passive income, reach retirement, and not ever have to have a boss again. If that were true, isn't it worth just exploring those options? Okay. Sadly, most people don't realize what they're giving up when they decide to not at least give something a shot, at least not check something out. I know there's all kinds of scams. I get them all the time. I get people, I have a friend, and I'm actually doing a couple health. I work with her in like the health industry. And someone tried to add me as a friend and tell me they're her and thanks for me being one of their followers. It's a scam. It's not her. We know there's all kinds of scams. You got to sort through those. You got to investigate. You got to take a listen. Okay. So if something is real, good, and moral, like in my mind, I would be crazy not to show up on Saturday. I would be crazy not to be here right now. Okay. The person I work with, like I said, he was a 21-year-old truck driver. That said, about 35 years ago, he came to an information session like I did. And when I came to that information session, I was like, I had that wrong loan. I had that wrong life insurance. We're separated now because of financial devastation. I know I had to stop working because my daughter was disabled and we lost that income. I didn't know there was something I could do from home. Actually, this business you couldn't do from home back then, but I could have had a flexible schedule. It may have saved my marriage. Could have had a flexible schedule instead of paying all that money to taxes. We could have saved a lot of money. Okay. And I could have set a schedule. I could have worked in the afternoons. He was a teacher. When he came home, I could have went out and worked and made great income. Probably retired him had I got started at the right time. Turns out I was on someone's referral list like a year earlier and people didn't follow up on that referral list. So when I was separated, you know, I went and sat down in this information session and I was like, I was floored because we had been doing everything wrong. And it cost me and cost so many people their marriage, their sanity. They go into depression, they get sick, they have anxiety. And basically, people can split up America and they can get help when they're together and when they're married and they're in debt. They own a home. They have medical bills because if someone has an illness, that things that weren't covered, they're deep in debt. It takes actually one person to move home just to be able to survive. And then you can get help. Sadly, that's the way America is. So the best opportunity, the best way to make sure you don't retire in poverty is to at least be open to find out some information. The best way to know your marriage isn't going to end in devastation from fighting and your whole world collapsing because of someone getting sick, someone not being able to work, someone dying, is to have a plan. And there's a plan for that, all that too. And a plan B. Okay, so most people, they don't think it's going to happen to them, and it happens to people every single day. I'm going through my notes here, and then in the end, I'm sorry this isn't perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect, where I'm trying to be real. I don't have time to be perfect. Okay, I have some brain issues going on, and I have to look at my notes, and I apologize because I want to look at you, and I want to reach you. Okay, so many people, they may use religion for thinking they have to be a martyr or a victim or poor. That's not what it says. It says here, or, they use a religion to watch 7 hours of TV today. You know what it says? I'm going to give you, of course, I'm not forcing my religion on you. I just happen to like these quotes. There's a lot of great Buddhist quotes too, but I happen to like these quotes. And I happen to stand for what, Jesus did for women, children, and those that the rest of the world loves to hate. I happen to love what he stands for. Okay. But this is a great quote. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall gain unto wise counsels. This is all Proverbs. It says, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. Hearkeneth unto counsel. It took me a lot to find and seek this person out and to have him accept to work with me and coach me for free. Okay. You want to go to meet with someone. I want to help people. I want to help families, young families, not end up like my family ended up. This business, this knowledge, the training and the wisdom they gave me has helped me in so many ways. We've ended up so much better. I have a home, I have an apartment for my daughter, I have a retirement that I can access when I want it. I'm still working. I have a small care home, but I'm not near my dreams and goals for myself and my children, and or for you out there. You are there that could end up divorcing or suicidal or going crazy or having all kinds of chronic conditions because of debt. Credit card debt is cancer. It's cancerous debt. Okay. It says here, another Proverbs, hear counsel and receive. It says, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in later end. In later end. That thou mayest be wise in later end. Later end, when you retire. In 5 years from now, in 10 years now, what if I would have just checked that out? You don't have to give up anything. This is the only firm that works around your schedule. You can start part-time and you can check things out. And they've worked on my paradigm. My paradigm is so messed up. I'm healthier. I'm wealthier. I have more self-confidence. I shook like this. I could never spoke in front of anyone. My leader had me go up there and purposely had me go up there and speak in front of everybody. My legs were shaking. I was so scared. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to give you a link and my email address. You can message me. I've got to check my email address just in case anyone has. Email me, reach out to me, keep trying, leave a message, and let me set with you, give you some more information. Let me introduce you to the head coach, the manager, the head manager, the broker. He's the owner. He's the owner within a huge company. He has ownerships of some offices within a huge company. Just check it out. Most people that we find that do great are people that have been competitive or that they like to help people. They're money motivated or they're mission motivated. They've done sales, even though we changed the way you do this because it's not sales, it's education. And teachers do phenomenal in this, but it was founded by teachers and a coach. Okay. So I'm going to go for now. Goodbye. God bless. Check it out. What do you have to lose? And keep shining and keep smiling and keep learning.